If I'm being honest, today I really didn't feel like getting out of bed and coming here to record these videos. But like I often say, when you do things you don't feel like, the world, God, universe, whatever you believe, rewards you in ways that you could not have even thought of. So I'm walking down the street, and in front of me, I see this guy. He looks a little familiar. Then I hear him yell, Lawrence! And I recognize the voice immediately. It was my summer camp counselor from when I was about 12. And me and him have a quick little brief conversation. And he had seen my TikTok, because he followed my TikTok account and whatnot. And as we're talking, we're just catching up on how he's been, how I've been, and he's so proud. And I remembered something that he said to me years ago. Him and another counselor said, when you get famous, just remember us. That's all we want. We don't want no money. We don't want no award. We don't want nothing. We just want to know you remember. And it's these little moments that people, maybe you're a parent, maybe you're a teacher, maybe you're a football coach, or you volunteer at a summer camp. Whatever it is, there are these little moments that we have on children's life that we don't really think about. But just remember, you never know how you can impact someone's life. Because for those you don't know, my name's Lawrence Harris. I'm a youth empowerment speaker. Think of a motivational speaker, but I take it a step further and I specialize in helping teens and young adults build self love, confidence, and overall a positive outlook on life. And what got me into this was understanding, both in my own personal experience and the experience of millions, possibly billions, of teens and young adults, there is an overwhelming agenda of not being enough that is being pushed, not having enough money, not being tall enough, not being good enough. We're constantly having this pushed in front of our face. We're constantly having this shoved in front of us. But you have to understand, plain and simple, you are enough. You are valuable. You are worthy simply by being a person. And children need to hear this especially. Children especially need to hear this. Because when I was younger, so I'm 19, and when I was, let's just say, 10, I think I got my first phone when I was maybe like 9 or 10, and it was one of those Nokias. It didn't have any apps on it. It was just a little brick Nokia that you could call and text on. It was that. But now children are growing up with TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Twitter and Reddit and all these other things that they're just like thrust into it immediately. They're thrust into, you need to be 6 foot 12 and have $1 billion a month, or women don't like you. Or you need to have a waist this skinny and your hips gotta be this big and your breasts gotta be this far out, or men don't want you. So now we have people running around getting lip fillers, and men getting leg extension surgery and all this crazy stuff because people aren't understanding their worth is inside of them. Their worth isn't in what they wear. Your worth isn't in your watch. Your worth isn't in your bank account. Your worth isn't in your hips or your breast. Your worth isn't in how you look. It's not in what you have. It's not in what you do. It's not in what you make. Your worth is in who you are internally. Because you can have a real good outer appearance. You can have a real good outer appearance. You could be the prettiest, the tallest, the most handsome, the most whatever. But when we peel back the layers and we see, okay, now who are you as a person? Now it look real good on the outside, but the inside is rotten. It's like a moldy apple. Like, imagine an apple and it got mold on the inside, but the outside look real good. It look all sweet and juicy on the outside. You bite into it, you get a mouthful of mold. And I know I'm going off on a bit of a tangent, but The central message here is understand your worth is inside of you. And the messages that we give to young people, it can help them to realize that their worth is inside of them. Especially now with, all of the TikTok and social media and the music, and you gotta dress this way or talk this way or be this way or think this way, that gets shoved down children's throats 24/7. They need it. They need it. So when my counselors told me, remember us when you get famous, that was them saying, we know you're going to end up famous. Not in an egotistical, oh, you're going to be a multi-trillionaire or something like that. Not in an ego way. No, not in an egotistical way. They were saying it in a, we know that you have a gift, you have a talent, you have a skill, you have power in your voice, you have power in the way that you conduct yourself, you have power in who you are that is going to gain an audience around you that wants to hear what you do. Because at the time, I wanted to be a rapper. At the time, I wanted to be a rapper. But in a way, rapping and what I do now is just different ways of using your words to convey a message. It's different ways of taking your thoughts and conducting them into a sound and a symphony that can lift someone's spirit, lift someone's heart. So, when they said, remember us when you get famous, I remembered that. Not because of, oh, I just want to get famous, but in a, they saw something in me. They knew I'm, I have it in me. They just knew and they let me know. We need to let people know that they're worth something. We need to let children know that they're worth something. Because I don't know who's watching this. I don't know who's watching it, but I want you to look me in my eyes right now when I say this. I know it seems weird, but look me in my eyes when I say this to you. I don't care what your family said about you. I don't care what your friends said about you. I don't care what the news said. I don't care what your teacher said. I don't care what anybody said about you. You have to love yourself because of who you are, not because of what you got in that driveway, not because of how you look, not because of what you have. Love yourself for who you are because that car, that house, that money, all that stuff can go away like that. So you gotta love yourself even if the world don't. You gotta be proud of yourself even if the world isn't. You have to know that you have worth in this world, that you have value in this world, that your words are valuable, that you have a dream, that you mean something in the world that tries to tell you that you don't. Because if you're a young black man like me, you look around, the world gonna tell you that, oh, you just gotta be a drug dealer, a criminal, or play sports, or rap, and that's it. But if you wanna go be an engineer, go do it. If you wanna go become the first millionaire in your family legally, go do it. If you want to go become mayor of your city, go do it. Because can't nothing hold you back if you refuse to be held back. Can't nothing keep you down if you refuse to stay down. Can't nothing stop you if you refuse to give up. And it is that refusal to quit. It is that refusal to give up that makes any dream possible. And remember, I love you. I hope you love yourself. You better love yourself more than anybody else love you. Because at the end of the day, you're going in that casket by yourself. And I'm going to close it out with this. Always remember your worth. Always remember you are valuable, you are lovable, and you mean something, even if the world try to tell you that you don't. Because remember this. Remember this video when you get famous. Remember this video when your business pops off. Remember this video when you get that happy relationship. Remember this video when you get out of bed proud in the morning. Remember this video when you happy to be alive. Mm, thank you. I appreciate you listening to my video. I hope you got some great value from this. And if you happen to be interested not only in my content, but also in taking it a step further, you can find my books below as well as my social media links. Any support is highly appreciated. Have a good one. Stay blessed.